So early in the tournament, the world's pressure hasn't really set in. There's a lot of stuff that's going to happen in the future. Whether I'm in 50th or second or first, it really doesn't matter after the first round for me.
I'm going to be within a few strokes of the lead. Can't complain with that. Yeah, just got to go out and play another good round.
I'm not really trying to think about what anyone else is doing. I mean, I've been on another course from everyone else. I've only been able to do what I can do.
I feel like I haven't really put together a good round yet either. Especially on the putting green, on the lead cards. I'm happy about that, but I really don't feel like I've put together a solid round yet.
Tristan and I have very similar games. We throw really far, forehand and backhand. We just like to throw hyzers. Kind of a Colorado thing, so I'm not too surprised that we're up there. But we're just trying to play our own game and not let the pressure get to us. Just try to stay within myself, relax, settle in.
Round 3, 4, and 5, it's the pressure really starts building, and that's when players really separate themselves. You'll see the top players really rise to the top.
Hello and welcome to Round 3 coverage from the 2022 PDGA Professional World Championships. We are here in Emporia, Kansas, back at Jones Supreme. You're watching JomezPro with Nate Sexton, Jeremy Koling, and Paul Ulibarri.
We've got 3 exciting rounds left before we get to do something pretty fun. We keep talking to you guys about it. We're very excited. Next day live coming to you guys September 4th at the Granada Theater at 10 a.m.
Yeah, and you gotta know, coverage is coming out. It'll be just like it always is, but a little later. But if you really want to have some fun, there's a live stream. There's a theater if you're in town. We're going to have the meet and greet. We're going to do the whole thing up on stage. I think it's going to be really fun.
I'm looking forward to it.
We haven't announced a Q&A, but I'm going to go ahead and say there's going to be a Q&A. I don't know. Risk my reputation. Aaron Gossage, man, the reputation for this guy is going sky high. He is putting right now phenomenally. He is 96% from C1. This season, he's been 78%, which is 219th place. Really changing up the narrative by making those putts. Tristan Tanner, his first round, 1087, is the highest rated round of his career. But no slouch of a second round back at Jones to shoot the 7 under. He's tied for the lead. And Paul McBeth. Paul McBeth has 4 times more experience on league cards in the Elite Series and Majors than the other 3 players on this card combined.
Wow.
It's pretty incredible. And obviously Calvin Heimburg, he is looking for his first major title. Can he get over the hump? Obviously multiple time winner on tour this season. Can he win the big one? We'll see.
Looking at Jones Park, the new Supreme layout, way up above with the drone here. This thing obviously established 2022, par 65, 10,611 feet. They're really getting the most out of this park property now.
Pretty standard shot for you.
Old footage of our boy Nate Sexton right there going a little deep with the forehand. It has changed up. This used to be just a little sidearm off the tee or roller. You see hole 2 here. It's just a little chipper.
Yeah, I forgot about 2. Just the 300.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing in the way hole. I love this green. This is a nice little shot across the water. Kind of dig up your discs a little bit though, hitting the bricks.
Old tee pad.
Oh, this is the eagle.
This was a par 4.
Yeah, and McBeth parked it.
You don't do that anymore,
No.
really. Not on that hole. Wow.
What is that? Was that you that put the rock on top of his disc?
It doesn't feel like something I would do.
I think you did it.
Sounds like something you would do.
I'm pretty sure I remember you doing it. It's just crazy to see this course change so much because this was the course that Eric McCabe learned how to play disc golf on. 2010 world champion Eric McCabe.
That's
and he
cool.
had to dig everything up and restart everything to create a world championship caliber course. Must have been difficult.
But fun, too, I think.
Yeah, sure. Aaron Gossage still leading worlds, 20 under, 10 under a piece for each round. Played very clean.
Chance to set the tone right here.
That looks great.
Is
Let's
it a
just
little
slow
hot?
down.
Almost looked
It
perfect.
was a good shot, but They all go to the same place. If they miss that island, it's the drop zone. He'll have about 40 to 45 feet for his par.
Tristan Tanner has joined the A pool with some extraordinary history-making play from the B pool.
Yeah, I don't like the look of that.
Could stay up. Nope.
Well, door open for Paul and Calvin now. 2 strokes back.
I do feel like after seeing Gossage kind of airmail it past, might have gotten ahead of Tristan a little bit.
Sure.
Down tempo a little bit, try to finesse it a bit more when you see Calvin. This looks perfect.
Yeah, this is a slow disc.
Yep.
That is just a dream shot for Calvin, these kind of holes.
Shortest intro ever for Paul. No this many time worlds, nothing. Just
straight to
Paul.
business.
A guy named Paul. Does it have the height? You hear him say go.
It's going to be close. Yes.
What do you think? You know, we see him switch up his form for this tournament. Is that something that he just has to stick with, even if the shoulder is feeling a little bit okay? Do you think he still has to stick with what got him there, or do you think he can go back easily?
I think he goes right back.
Yeah.
If he's feeling healthy.
It's a bike. Look at that. Aaron not even giving it a chance. Tristan gives a little bit more of an effort, but the result is the same. So just like that, 2-stroke swing for the 2 guys that were trailing the leaders by 2.
It's a 4-way tie is what it is.
That's right, just like that.
No, not quite. 19. Yeah, no, it is. It's all
a 4-way
19s.
tie, yeah.
Wow.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not just yet.
Still not yet.
Okay, still not.
Wait. No spoilers.
Wait.
Yup. Big putt here for Gossage. Dead center.
Great putt.
Dead center. 19s all the way across. 2 bogeys and 2 birdies. Hole 2, par 5, 1,087. Big long shot. You'd like to push it up to the right. Ideally, I think take that big hyzer over the water for your second if you really want to make the third manageable. See how these guys attack.
I'm just going to go that low line drive. That's turned over to the right side. I
it's
don't
not
really
good.
know what he's going to do with this. It's kind of got 2 options, the big hyzer over the water and going down the fairway traditional path down the left, but neither one of them are really that great.
Yeah.
Very understable.
Wow.
Very understable.
Wow. No. Oh, wow.
I don't care what
Riding
side is
the
OB,
line.
he's safe on either side.
I don't know how that didn't just go out of bounds.
That was
It
crazy.
Didn't even look like it flipped, right?
Yeah, it just went super straight. And you can kind of see it in the air here. This was sort of a weird thing that happened during this round for about 20, 30 minutes. Like a significant amount of smoke kind of blew through the course. It got a little hazy. You could smell it.
Speaking of smoke, Aaron Gossage is way down the fairway.
You know who else is probably going to be way down the fairway? This guy, both ways, sidearm, backhand, whatever he chooses. And watch this, kind of effortless.
Ooh.
Oh, a little low.
Still right where we would land.
Yes, farther than I did.
Speak for
I'm guessing.
yourselves. A good illustration of how far past the group Aaron Gossage is. He's in a spot where the hyzer plays big time advantage for a guy that likes to go one angle hyzer. He's in a good spot for it. McBeth is going to have a good angle to go down that traditional through the tunnel, but Tristan and Calvin are going to have some interesting options here on their second.
Yeah, I got to think they just play kind of for just past one wall of trees into the very beginning of the tunnel, but then you're leaving yourself north of 425 to the basket.
Incredibly long par 5, but I think with the power that Calvin and Tristan have, they can get back into position for the birdie with a good shot.
Oh, this is a one way to do it.
Very, very good way.
Yes,
get around that. Get around that.
Tree
Yes.
is 360. He's going to find himself in the 330 range. That was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's a great choice and execution to go roller there and get under that low ceiling. Really good shot.
Calvin is not going to be in birdie position anymore.
Stays in bounds.
Yeah, trying to go through that gap.
That is ambitious.
Oh, don't scare me like that. I literally said "ew" out of his hand.
Yeah, immediately, and I didn't blame you.
Okay, doable. That's 400.
Yeah.
The pin.
Very low ceiling, but should be pretty fine for him.
One Anthony Barilla was around this distance when I played with him. Chained out for a eagle. So, from there.
And Gossage gets through. He is well down the fairway in 2. He's going to be in the 230, maybe
Yeah, now imagine
range?
somebody farther.
Yeah.
Like it was like a rocket ship going into outer space. Look at
Oh, wow.
Boy.
That gets him back into position, though, for the par. It's going to be nearing 300 left.
Looks like a fairway driver for Paul
this,
here.
This is a great angle too.
And that's going to be a great result.
Oh, yeah.
John Tompkins waiting for the fist bump.
Yeah.
Caddied for Paul many times in his World Championship runs. And Tristan Tanner isn't just trying to win a World Championship this week. He's trying to qualify for the USDGC. His second round, 1047, was actually the 10th highest rated round he's ever played in the Elite Series. So he's got his highest round ever and 10th highest Elite Series round in the same tournament to start off.
Wow.
It's a good way to do it.
I don't want to jinx him, but
Great
a
approach.
couple solid rounds and he'll have his USDGC.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think that's something he needs to be worrying about at this
No.
point in time.
Got bigger fish to fry. Gossage with the bounce back here on hole 2. Very well played. Start off with the 4th and 3rd most difficult holes on the course, just in the first 2 holes.
I helped pad those stats. Both those holes. Just doing my part.
Yeah.
Hole
We all help in our own small ways.
Hole 3, par 4, 654. But pretty scary water carry, except for these guys. They're going to have no problem with it, I believe. You just want to get around the big bushy tree that you see right in front of them over this pond and then cakewalk from there, really.
The wind was a bit different in round 1. There's a little bit more of a helpful pushing wind in the 3rd round.
I mean, with no wind, this is the easiest hole on the planet.
Planet?
I mean, for this card,
Yeah, okay.
The only real big problem you get into is obviously the egregious out-of-bounds right error, and then the other error would be if you just happen to be right behind
This
that
right here.
cedar, but that's going to get
look
around
at
it.
get through.
If you're right behind that, you just have a flick roll.
Yeah.
That's really all you've got.
I want to see Tristan actually connect with one of these. Look at how slow he goes. Is this going to flip?
Uh-oh.
It's flipping
Too
too much.
Yeah, I
that's
think that
the big
is
error.
too much.
That's the error you got. Has a chance to hyzer, but no, that's going to be out of bounds.
Drop zone.
Very manageable drop zone. It's about a 380,
But it's
400.
Yeah, but it's not easy to access.
No.
Yeah, a
I
lot
mean,
of
it's
high
a big high hyzer,
ceiling,
but
yeah.
you're kind of plinko on the way down.
But it's savable. You can still
Yeah, it's
get
possible.
your 4.
It's possible.
Hey, this needs to get in front of the pine as well. Oh, that's fine. Easy peasy.
Let's check out the physics of form with Calvin Heimburg.
Calvin Heimburg is the pinnacle of low golf lines that end up like 100 feet farther than you'd think. The most identifiable part of Calvin's form for me is how early he turns as he's taking his X step. He's able to keep his weight over his toes and stay balanced until his whole body explodes forward as he braces. He's the perfect example of building speed throughout the throw. For most pros, you'll be able to see them reach wide and straight back in their backswing, but Calvin does something a little different. He's able to start with the disc a little behind him, but still set his arm up at the correct angles. And then as he's throwing, the disc follows a little bit of a right to left path rather than the straighter arc that most other players use. And his slightly higher backswing is probably part of why he prefers those low line drive shots.
To improve your disc golf game, regardless of your current skill level, visit the Dynamic Discs YouTube channel. Here is that drop zone shot.
And he just needs a crash. He just needs some luck on his side, really. That's lucky.
Got it, yeah.
Very good. Very good shot. That'd be a great par to save from
Really
going
would
out
be.
of bounds.
Shouldn't be too much for Aaron to deal with here.
Slow down, I guess, would be it. That's perfect.
Yeah, nice shot. Ooh, just gets it around the tree. Perfect shot for Paul.
It's the start he's looking for. I think in World with 5 rounds, you essentially get 2 moving days. Third round, we talked about how the 4th round really you start to see the nerves, but I contest the 3rd round really is where the nerves start being felt. Tristan not feeling anything but contentment after saving the par. He knows he's got to play that hyzer and get one in bounds here on this very attackable hole 3. 15, I almost said the 4th easiest. They always have it reversed. Yeah. They say 15th easiest or most difficult.
Quick work from the other guys. Birdies are good. Tristan with the par. I guess I could get away with saying it's like the easiest hole for him.
It should be. If you've got 500 feet of hyzer distance, which everyone on this card has, you need to be taking a 3 on hole 3.
And that's not internet distance. That's JomezPro featured card distance. That's the real stuff.
Yeah.
Look at that. Garrett Gerthy, first player to 22 under par. 5 under on his round. He's a few holes ahead of these guys, but currently sitting in first place.
This hole a few months ago was just an absolute pain in the butt. It was just a ripping headwind. If you got 350, you kind of crushed it.
Yep.
And now people are making it to the corner, and you have a putter up shot.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Eric does something with this hole before we get back here for DDO.
Yeah, but then he switches it, and then we have 50-mile-an-hour winds again. And
It's not easy. I've said this a lot of times. Really windy places. Trying to design a compelling course that works in both 30-mile-an-hour wind and calm like this. I mean, it might be impossible to design something that's super challenging in both of those conditions because you aren't going to be able to go under par.
Maybe like pop-up OBs.
Yeah,
like they just kind of
changes.
Sure.
This is going to be in danger of going out of bounds if Calvin doesn't make the full corner.
Yeah.
Just snuck OB at the last second. But did you see Aaron's just cruising past McBeth's on the ground?
Oh, yeah.
McBeth threw a great drive.
Yeah.
I remember kind of feeling it.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, no.
Super early out of the hand.
He looked at his hand immediately like,
He is not even on our graphic. He threw it so poorly there. That's tough.
Cut the corner, though?
On the next shot?
I don't know. I'm just.
I don't think he's crazy.
I don't think he's. Yeah, he went out of bounds really early.
He's got to just go. Yeah, I mean, could.
I think he
should and could are different animals.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had a play for C2 to give himself an outside look.
This has got to be hyzer.
Yeah.
Oh. Pretty high. Yeah,
I think it's
fine.
good.
Yeah.
And it still might reach almost. Oh, never mind. Thought it still might have a chance at C2 if it could glide all the way around that corner.
If I'm remembering correctly, when we played our practice rounds here, we were thinking This is the longest course ever. And it was so windy here back in April.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like, man, like you've got to design this for the wind because it's always windy, but now it's not windy. We're like, oh yeah, everything is so attackable now.
Yeah. I mean, in my press conference, I was saying how these courses are exclusively about distance.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really get here, but with 1 day to practice. So I didn't really get to acclimate to the non-windy reality of Emporia, Kansas, as we see a great shot here from Aaron. But I don't think that's true. I mean, their distance is always going to be an advantage in certain situations. But these courses definitely are attackable from a variety of distance classes, I think, without the wind. It's playing totally different. Way more fun, in my opinion.
Calvin should have an easy par, and Tristan, unless he drops this in, will be taking a bogey, and he's actually going to have to make a good putt to get the bogey now. That was a nervy approach. You can start to see the nerves pick up here now.
I mean, that drive to me is...
That's a solid putt for the bogey.
It is. But that early release drive, that is, to me, that's a classic nerves.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of did it on... did he also do it on 2? Early low.
Yep.
Kind of fell out of the hand before he really snapped it. I have made that mistake so many times.
Paul, perfect start so far, 4 for 4. Tristan has been on record throwing over 1,000 feet flat ground.
Yes.
When he gets that backhand dialed, it's going to be farther than what we're seeing with Gossage and Heimburg and everyone.
I don't think I could do that.
Downhill?
No, I just don't think I could do that.
Yeah, I don't think I have 1,000 either. I haven't measured in a while, but I don't think I'm getting... I don't know. Perfect wind? Still probably not. 5, par 3, 385.
Dude, what about if we did 360s though?
Maybe after the tournament. I don't want to tear a muscle or anything going too hard.
5 for 5.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's got to make that. Pretty
This
short
guy...
putt. I like his chances.
If you're trying to win the Worlds and your name... It doesn't matter what your name is. Paul McBeth is so annoying. Because he's just... He's just going to keep that pressure.
Yeah.
He's going to continue to ratchet it up. And I think this whole thing we talked about as the nerves kind of intensifying. If you've done it before, you know you can do it. And you're just kind of continuing to push, continuing to follow your game plan.
Mm-hmm.
If you've never done it before, you're kind of in this place where you're like, this is
Can
a
I
dream.
do it?
This is such a dream start.
Yeah.
How long can it keep going? I mean, round 4, oh boy, this is like becoming real. And it's like the weight of the reality of the potential of your accomplishment starts to set in. And that's a big part about individual sports. Just how well can you deal with that?
This was a great swing here.
Seriously was. I'm with his forehand ability, that left side is so open for guys like Tristan, and yet we see 4 backhands, and we're about to see Aaron Gossage have a putt from the edge of the circle. See how well he can maintain his nerves. Tristan just off the right side.
This is to stay level with Paul.
That says so much to me.
That's nice.
Seeing that level of confidence and great delivery.
Caught. That was a nice catch.
It was a nice catch. It wasn't the perfect putt, but just it didn't seem hesitant.
No, I don't think so either.
No, me neither. But I do think that there's just something about hitting them on the pole.
Sure, but you know what? If you give the putt a nice chance and it catches and it wasn't where you were aiming,
oh, that's awesome.
boom! You just stole one, right? And that can give you confidence. It's really all about how you interpret it.
Yeah.
And if you make a putt that was just terrible out of your hand, it can sometimes even take away confidence. So it's really how can he interpret that putt and can he build confidence off of it? Also, Tristan, conversely, just missed the C1 putt, or maybe right outside C1, but either way, he just had a bogey in the hole before. Can he give himself a break?
Let's check out running it with Bushnell.
315 feet here on the 6th with a 290-foot carry. Going to see some of the best shots of the day, starting off with Ben Calloway. Just long of the basket. Hey!
That's you.
That's great to see. I flew this thing in there pretty close, edge of the bullseye.
Did you make the putt?
No. No, I made it. Logan Harpool taking that forehand line as well, just perfect.
Podium finisher this last year at the DDO.
Drew Gibson keeping it low.
Drew was out there having himself a really good round today. Zach Arlinghouse can throw both ways. This time he elects, actually, I don't even know. Was that lefty backhand or was that sidearm?
I think that was lefty backhand.
Lefty backhand.
Some smoothies out there working the disc, though. Kyle Klein.
A hole that you really feel like you need to pick up the birdie. It's right there in front of you.
Start using Bushnell Official data in your own game. Check out the link in the description or go to bushnell.com/discgolf.
McBeth.
I have a lengthy putt there.
For 6 for 6.
40-footer.
He's not gonna even try. He's gonna lay that up.
Yeah, the World Championships. That's what I expect to see too.
I really like this hole. It's pretty. It's a little nervy.
Drop zone's kind of stinky.
Drop zone is a little evil. But I like playing this hole.
This looks dialed.
But I like that the drop zone's hard on this one.
Sure.
Because it's just right there in front of you.
Yeah.
And if you make a mistake, the punishment's high.
Yep.
And Gossage is going to have 5 in a row, folks. McBeth with a tester over there.
And remember, I mean...
Uh-oh. Weaker.
He's going to want to get that back, too. That is a very important disc for Calvin's game.
Remember, Aaron's shot on 1 was really good. I mean, he missed that back wall by an inch or two.
Mm-hmm.
So, very good job by him not letting that unfortunate shot slow him down. He's just staying right with it as we see Tristan up from the drone. Perfect shot.
First sidearm from Tristan, I think. Round.
Gosh, he just is... We've said it a lot when we've seen him on coverage, but man, does he ever do that slow to fast thing where you don't, it just doesn't look like he's about to throw the disc as hard as he, in fact, does throw it. Calvin taking that lonely walk up to the drop zone we talked about. And he makes it look pretty easy.
And that's like a filler hole at a C tier that you just can't miss. But
the drop zone?
Yeah, but sometimes you miss it.
Oh, yeah.
Just to get an extra card in. Those were the days.
To stay perfect.
Oh, drop it in there.
That angle, I don't think, did the length or the difficulty of that putt true service.
It was like nearly 40.
That's the way he putts, man. He doesn't ever give it just. It looks easy.
Yeah.
I was 20 feet closer.
Mm-hmm.
It was harder than his 40-footer. I promise. I don't know what was going on. It's just like depth perception.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you have a camera that's back and it zooms in, it makes that basket appear super big. It's a very weird thing that the camera trick can play, but yeah, that was a huge putt for Paul, looking straight at the water, making an elevated putt. Tristan and Aaron also taking the birdies. McBeth is 6 for 6, and he is tied with Aaron.
Hole 7, par 4, 704. This one is a pretty simple hole, really, I think, especially if you have this shot right here, because Paul is going to take the gap totally out of play, up and over all the obstacles, swing back inbounds, up on top of the hill, and man, you know, you can't take it for granted that he's going to make birdie from there, but it is not a difficult shot. He probably has 280, basically nothing in the way.
It would take an air, a big time air.
There is a big bushy tree if he elects to go backhand, or
he won't.
You don't think?
Look, for the first time in the round.
Yeah.
The big blue bomber.
Oh, this is high.
Or the big blue blaster.
It's all those things. It's high, it's right, but it's okay.
That sets up another one of those.
The big blue blooper?
Yeah.
That was a I didn't even blooper's a strong word for that. I mean, it wasn't great, but
it's a blooper.
Look at this.
3 o'clock.
Oh, it is.
Nice shot. And Calvin gonna go right up the middle.
Yeah, that's just the most Calvin Heimburg shot we've seen.
Yeah.
Ever.
And he's on that upslope. That makes it a little bit difficult. It's going to be a low ceiling because we know he doesn't particularly like to throw the sidearm, even though he has a lot of power with that. See if he elects to go low.
And this overhead, it needs a little bit of the undulations of the hill to really put it in perspective here. But where McBeth is, being at the top of that hill and on the left side, is paramount. I mean, Aaron's going to have a tricky, I don't know what he's going to have. I mean, it's going to be a forehand, but it's going to be a little bit tucked behind. And they're all going to be going slightly uphill. Look at that. Tristan having to go with a standstill.
Yeah, but it's going so far.
Oh, my gosh.
That is awesome. Just the smoothest little, like that appears to be a 225-foot shot.
I think that's every bit of 360.
At least.
Yeah. And that wasn't the blue guy.
Didn't need it.
Circle's edge, though. Calvin is going with the 2-finger sidearm.
It's a little tight.
A little short. And that just kind of really puts Tristan's into perspective.
Yeah. One street light stands between Paul McBeth and 7 birdies in a row.
Going.
Yeah. I'm trying to make drama here, but you knew what was going to happen there. That drive was too good.
I mean, he's only had to make one putt all round. It's just the last hole. Everything else has been bullseye or just outside.
Yeah.
Little high.
Ooh, Calvin. It should be too difficult for the par save, but only 1 under.
Gossage is not backing down.
Now that gamer
is a putt.
Yeah.
You can get some confidence.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He's using that.
I mean, and you have the king of the world, Paul McBeth, right? I mean, he is perfect. And he's just going toe to toe. I love to see it.
Doesn't want to give up that lead.
And yeah, you definitely
I don't want to give up that lead, but I mean, we're all tied for lead at the start.
Yeah, I didn't give mine up
and I
till
always end
2.
up doing it. I always give up that lead.
How long did it last?
I birdied the first 5 holes, so I had the lead for a while.
Nice. I lost it on hole 2.
Yeah. I gave it away immediately after that, but I had a good start.
That's insane. 7 in a row.
They say, like, you're the greatest of all time, but in my mind, that is not true. There are 2 other women that I'm tied with. Until I get that 6th world title, that is still up for debate. So this is so important to me to cement my name in disc golf history as the most winning woman to ever play the game.
He's way out of position, like.
He's gonna have to force it, though.
I don't think he can.
Think it's even possible?
It's in the impossible range.
The way Worlds ended last year, you couldn't have wrote that in a book.
After the initial reaction, I had to process.
If you don't even think it's a sport, watching this moment has to get you pumped up.
He's going to need the shot of the century.
I could sense something was about to happen.
Hole 8, par 3, 423. This one breaks right, well-protected green, big anhyzer, roller, or forehand. McBeth going to go with the juiced mid-range. Nice to keep it turned.
No.
Yeah, that doesn't appear to be setting up for an 8th birdie. I don't think he's really going to have much of a line at all. And man, if there was ever a spot for Blue Blaster, this is just a tasty little ace run for this disc.
Looks inside to me.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Didn't get it flat.
The beluga whale comes up short.
Let's see how easy this. How soft is this guy throwing right here? Oh, whatever. Just kind of toss it out.
And too long.
Whoops! Accidentally boosted it 450. It might have hooked back for a putt. Hard to tell.
He reached that back a little bit more than he normally does at that last second. He really cocked it back, and he normally just kind of holds it there loose and then tightens his grip into the throw. I think he got a little bit extra steam with that little
doesn't
maneuver.
like this.
There's
That's
just
why.
no skips.
Yeah.
There's no skips. If you get that little anhyzer phase to your flight on this hole, it's over. There's no way it's working back and taking multiple skips through this grass.
He needs a long one. Calvin's been leaking. He's 6 back of the lead.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's nothing from in here.
Good out.
Very good.
Does McBeth have anything?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Very much so.
No.
Nope, nothing.
Must have not had anything.
No line from there.
What a start. Second time this season he's birdied the first 7 holes of a round, Idlewild being the other time. Tristan did have something, and he delivers the only birdie of the card.
Great putt.
Two under feels like a slow start, but he's still got Calvin's number even after giving Calvin 2 strokes in the first hole. I just can't stop kind of thinking about Tristan's 13 under the first round. Just to start off in the B pool, be like, really? B pool? All right. I'll show you. Put me in B pool. I mean, I guess he kind of put himself there with his rating because that's how they're divided.
Sure. But what was the best score from the A pool on that course?
12.
Okay.
Ricky's 12. So, I mean, that's just incredible.
Speaking of Ricky, chase card check-in, courtesy Gatekeeper.
You know what? I don't even think we needed a chase card check-in for Ricky. We know what he's doing.
Yeah, but we still like to see it.
Third, fourth, and fifth rounds of the World Championships. Yes. I feel like we know what he's gonna do. Chris Clemens is having a year.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, not a breakout season because he's been a great player for a long time, but his consistency has been
so good. Has
been right up there at the top. I mean, every tournament he's right there. Maybe not in the hunt for the win, but right there in the mix for all the top 10s.
Yeah.
Yep.
That lefty forehand, man. My gosh, what a weapon. But he's been throwing a lot more backhands lately, really getting consistent with that part of his game, and it's showing.
Hurry.
Tough putt. Oh, mama.
I mean, I just love how the moment the disc comes out of the hand, he's already stepping up to run it in.
That was a nasty putt from down low at the water.
Nose up, rising putt with hyzer.
Yeah.
From the knee, looking at the water. Elevated basket. Wow.
Six under on the round going into hole 11 for Ricky, and he gets this a little turned over.
Parked.
Yeah, the guy had a bit of a streak today. That was pretty insane. 10 birdies in a row for Ricky at one point in the round.
Wow.
10?
And 10 of them just in a row. Anthony Barella, 8 under now through the round. He is right there in third place behind our leaders, Aaron and Paul.
There's the easy little...
Is this too inside or...
No.
He's got the power to...
No.
Close.
Barely no.
Yeah, I mean, it's in bounds, but I don't think you really love that spot.
No, I agree.
Here's that flippy disc that I said ew about. I'm never saying it again. What a shot.
Oh, it's Heisering. Ew. No, it's fine. It's totally
far. He might have given himself some gaps to hit, pushing that far forward, but
310, we'll call it.
Not going to bother him.
Uh-oh.
Going for the eagle.
That's more like it.
That is juiced up.
Down the hill. Still getting up a little, but that's going to be significantly easier.
Yes.
Tristan is right there close
Just
to him.
25 feet away.
But it's a lot tougher angle. Not to say that Tristan can't do it. I expect he will get himself a putt. It's just a little more difficult. Certainly will be blind from there.
Oh, my gosh.
The one tree.
But that's
I wonder
okay.
if he even saw that off the tee, because that's around the corner.
It's okay. This sets up a 330 shot.
Yeah.
He's been decent at those.
Continues to be decent.
Yeah, works its way to the bullseye. That'll get Calvin to 2 under for the front 9. But he's definitely dropping some spots here. He's out of the top 10 currently.
He does have these little gaps to hit.
Oh. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Paul's just trying to get really aggressive with the backhand, but I don't really. Oh, see, look how tough his lie was. He can't even go forehand.
Yeah.
This is not getting to the basket, is it?
Left, but hey,
it's
that's
closer
good.
than I thought.
That's
40-footer.
Yeah, 40, 45, yeah.
But yeah, what I was saying, I'm not sure why McBeth doesn't want to just throw a forehand there and stay away from pushing deep to where that you give yourself those gap shots. I know that's not where he's trying to land it.
Aaron, an opportunity to give himself a stroke buffer away from Paul, and he's going to do it. And man, to meet the challenge of McBeth's 7-through-7 start.
Yeah.
And to not back down and to make big putts from the edge of the circle. And
McBeth has still got work to do.
Yeah, he's not done.
Wow. Very impressed right now. I mean, we were already impressed with Aaron's play to this point, but just what he's done here in the front 9. Incredible stuff. Tristan's going to need a good back 9 to just restore some confidence heading into the 4th round and keep himself in the mix.
Wow.
Okay. Did not expect to see a bogey from our card on this hole. It's playing very easy. It's a big mix. I almost called it a mistake. So I'm going to stay with it. That was a mistake.
McDonald's ever serve steak. I'm never going to eat that ever.
That's a statement you did not need to make.
And you didn't either.
I do a lot of those, though.
For the 2-shot lead.
Oh, boy.
Whoa.
All right.
Hey.
That was
a little pep talk, perhaps?
It's an 8-footer.
Yeah, it was pretty short. But he made it.
And he's got the lead outright right now by 2 shots over McBeth. Chris Clemens working his way into that 3rd place spot, tied with Anthony Barella and Tristan, who actually doesn't drop down that much. I mean, he loses 4 shots to the guy he was tied with at the beginning of the round, but he's still very much in the mix.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like I had something to say. Gossage making it look so easy with the 1-angle attack mode. Just hyzer. He's really kind of making this course look small and making it look real easy. The only thing I'm worried about is that putt and stroke, because you mentioned that stat of being like 210th in the season.
Yeah.
Looks like he has a lot of confidence. If he can keep that confidence for the whole tournament, man, I like him having a really high finish.
Goodness, how could you? I mean, if he does, it would be one of the most remarkable feats. It's just the pressure really starts picking up now. We are halfway through the World Championships right now.
We have made it halfway. Thank you guys, as always, for your support. We are going to be right back with the back nine from Jones Supreme.